Hi there. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy for the Ages, the show where Jim, the father, and Zach, the son, get together and talk about fantasy, science fiction, and other nerdy stuff we enjoy. This is a Just Jim episode, so you only have me here bringing to you today a rapid review on the Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. Blah, that's a mouthful to get out. As one of our rapid review episodes, I'm assuming you've read this book. If you haven't, go away. Shoo. Now. For your own good. Because you should read this book. And I don't want you to hear the things I'm going to talk about until you have. If you still want to know something about the book, go check out my Book Blast episode, which is a spoiler free reaction to this book. It may help you decide whether or not you should read it. But really, you should. Okay, if you're still here, I hope you enjoy this review episode, and if you do, please click that handy dandy like button down below the video. And if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe so that you'll keep seeing all the short and long form content my son Zach and I will keep coming your way. About the Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England now. I had a blast reading this story. So much fun and well timed, as I think I was getting perhaps a little bit bored with Sanderson. I mean, his writing is always good, sometimes great, but this, well, it was fresh and super entertaining, and I really appreciated it. Also, as I said in my previous Book Blast episode on this novel, I think it beats the pants off of Tress of the Emerald Sea, the secret novel that preceded it this year. Nothing against Tress. I enjoyed that novel as well, but I think we're seeing the difference here between the constraints of the Cosmere Sanderson and Sanderson Unleashed. Frugal Wizard shows the fruit of authorial freedom. Sanderson could write whatever the heck he wanted to instead of trying to fit things within his Cosmere construct. He wrote whatever he felt now was worthy and fun, and the result is a romp that is just delightful. I use that word delightful rather often when discussing books. If you've watched a few episodes, I think you may have noticed. Apparently, I read a good deal of books I enjoy. Sounds delightful. I feel it worthy now to touch on some of the elements of this novel that I particularly enjoyed and appreciated. The device of a character who wakes up with no memories. Brandon goes all in on this as the story opens with our protagonist standing in the middle of a clearing, surrounded by char marks and with only the remnants of a book in his hand. It was kind of hilarious. The very book with answers regarding what the heck is going on gets lost in translation. Screw that, destroyed in translation. I loved how he then sent our protagonist on a journey of discovery on which we were close companions, learning he was this, but then not. Oh, and then he was that. That's what I am. And no, not that either. The word psych came to mind multiple times. It was a, yes, I'm going to go there, delightful device. The redemption arc for our main character was fantastic in this novel. First, clueless. Next, less clueless, but still worthy. Then, not so worthy. Eventually, scummy, but could be worse. And finally, rising above the ashes and becoming his best self. I couldn't help but feel like Ryan, in the end, was the lesser character. Everything just sort of fell his way through life, while John, no, not Johnny, did the grunt work of making lemonade his whole freaking life, even though it didn't taste very good. But in the end, he finally gets the girl. Runion for the win! The way Sanderson worked with the sci fi theory of parallel dimensions was awesome in this book. Yes, there would be an infinite number of dimensions if every freaking decision or event going another way could create a new reality. Don't think too hard about that. Just enjoy. Hashtag SFF forever. Then there's the way Sanderson wove in Norse mythology and interlaying it about Anglo Saxon beliefs so that they got the Norse mythology, but initially thought the Norse gods were against them. It was well done. Gotta love Logna. Just saying. Let me give a little love to the casual usage of nanites in this book. Come on, people. We all know nanites are coming. It's just a matter of time. The technology is likely already here, probably in the experimentation phase. I don't know. Maybe I'm already influenced by nanites. The key will be whether they will work for the good of humanity or be twisted for evil. In the Silo trilogy, which I strongly recommend, we get to see some of the evil side. Here, frickin' awesomeness. Nanites constantly working to advance the capabilities of the human body. Healing, sure, but also the reduction in the need for sleep, so that productivity increases. And let's not even talk about augments. I mean, who doesn't want to be augmented? I'm first in line. Start with weight control augmentation. Yeah, baby, I'm there. Eat as I like, drink as I like. Weight is just managed appropriately no matter what. Burn those calories, baby. So let's talk about the Scop. Interesting concept. I manipulate the spiritual by saying strong enough boasts. Think about that, people. Isn't that actually the worst of humanity we can conceive? If you brag enough, the world will shape itself into the reality you prefer. Jersey Shores for the win. Yeah, thanks, Brandon. But we'll stick to this being fiction. Thank you very much. I will add one last thing I really enjoyed about this book. In the end, our protagonist got the girl. Not possessively, let's just get over ourselves there. This was just the guy who was never good enough finally being good enough. And I sense this will be something where they will be very happy together. I love that Sanderson gives us this sort of ending with a story that will not have a sequel. Just, aww. Or will it have a sequel? Well, I guess that depends on us fans. And Brandon's wife. He does what she wants. And married almost 34 years, I will tell you he is making the wise choice. Okay, then. This is likely one of my shorter reviews. But I could have just said, read it. Enough said. Instead, I gave you content. Enjoy, appreciate, and like the episode. And yeah, sure, join up as a Patreon supporter, and we'll keep having stuff like this coming your way. Down below, be sure to check all the ways you can connect with us on social media, Discord, our Patreon, like I mentioned, even an email address if you want to send us an email. And feel free to leave us any comments right here with this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.